What's good? What's good, y'all? Right back. Yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It is Tuesday Financial Corner. What is going on, y'all? It's your boy D Fat Stacks. And y'all know what it is, man. It's been an interesting week in the market. What else? Uh just interesting, I guess. Like very interesting. Um what was it, Monday? Man, it was red across the board Monday. Today wasn't so bad as you guys see. I got the YouTube Yahoo Finance up. Y'all know how I'd like to keep it basic, man. Nothing difficult, nothing extra, just straight basic. As you can see, the S&P and the Dow was down today. The Nasdaq was up. Yesterday it was bright red, all across the board, bright red. Um, and it definitely, one thing that as investors, especially somebody's beginning, need to learn how to tune out the noise, especially when it comes to analysis and everybody that's saying, what their opinions or what their market, what they their opinions or their professional opinions, because regardless if it's advice or professional opinion, mix it all together, same thing to me, my honest opinion. But when it comes down to it, you have to make the choice in what you want to do with your portfolio. So, with that being said, it is extremely important that whatever strategy you have for your portfolio, stay the course in whatever course that is. You know what I mean? But just for me in general, Monday was a good day, regardless of what the drop is like, because the drop is an opportunity, especially in certain stocks that I've been looking at. Maybe I want to get into, but also it also provides me a chance to even add more to my portfolio. That's why when you have extreme, when you have days like that, man, I can do about a good 3 or 4 of those days because I'm still gonna be up. Unless something happened like what happened in 2020, where everything fell out the bottom, unless something like that happens again, which I don't see happening anytime soon. But unless something like that happens, then, I still would buy more. You know what I mean? My portfolio is a dividend based portfolio for right now. At least for the first 3 years. At least. I want to build my foundation at least for the first 3 years when it comes to the portfolio, because I always say I want to be standing on concrete, not quicksand. You know what I mean? I do have a few stocks that I bought that are little risks, that are a few risks here and there. So, it's kind of like do what you can handle, but the majority of what I'm investing in is dividends, and not just any dividend stocks either. We trying to get into some blue chip dividend stocks that we know that's gonna be around for another 50 years. See what I'm saying? But definitely at least uh every year, every couple years, definitely at least every couple years, start going through to making sure, you know, uh when it comes to the portfolio. So I'm definitely on that set it and forget it type deal, but I still, throughout the year, I still kind of pay attention, go through the news of each company that I'm dealing with. I mean, a lot of them have been around for 20 plus years. You see what I'm saying? So, but we definitely need to pay attention to what these corrections, or when you have these down days, because this is why you have cash on hand if you're ready to pounce on something you've been looking on. So good example, and I'm gonna use Palantir as an example because I remember when Palantir came out and it was a direct listing, and it was at one point it was like $9 a share, even under $9 a share at one point. And I always say this, like, look at Palantir's share now. It's almost at $27 a share. Now I had 100 shares of Palantir, and I sold out of every bit of Palantir, like right, like around I want to say at between 14 and $20, but I sold out of Palantir to get into a dividend stock. Now, could I have kept Palantir? And I already knew about Palantir and its growth. Do not get me wrong. I didn't sell out because I didn't know what Palantir was. No. I sold out because I wanted the money to buy other stocks at that time, because there were certain blue chip stocks that were pretty low that have been around a lot longer, a lot more established. So I was like, all right, boom. I done made a nice little change. Let me get into this company here so I can get these dividends rolling. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, Miss Smiley? How you been? How you doing today? Welcome. Hopefully you're having a good day. How's everything going? Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you're having a good day. Allergies have been killing me. But y'all know what it is. We're just here talking about, fancy seeing me here. Yes, I haven't been on in a week. Yo, what's going on, Sam? What's happening? Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Appreciate y'all coming through. If y'all got any questions or anything, man, y'all let me know. We'll look it up together. We'll try to get into the right direction together. You know what I mean? I always say I give my opinion, never my advice, because there is a difference between opinion and advice. So, yes, sir. Shouts out to the House of Villains, man. The love, man. Appreciate the fam, man. You know what it is, man. But yeah, like I was saying, like there's certain stocks right now. Like I'm gonna show y'all something. Like I was talking earlier about Palantir, right? PLTR. And what I was saying with Palantir, we're gonna look at the chart. It's full screen. And when Palantir would, I don't think it's been a year yet. 2 years. Okay. When I bought Palantir down here. Okay, so it was down here. It was somewhere down here when I bought Palantir, when I first initially got into Palantir. It was literally down here somewhere, $9 and change. And if you look at Palantir now, 26. And I sold out around when it was somewhere up in here. When it started to go up is where I sold. Somewhere up in here. But, if you were going to get into Palantir, like the highest it was at one point was $35. Nah, like I wouldn't buy it there. If it dips anywhere down here at $20 again is where I would get in, my opinion. They're now stating Palantir was a buy. Man, now mind you, Palantir, if you look at what they got Palantir on now is long-term bullish. Now before it wasn't even like that. The thing is that we live in such technology, companies like Palantir are going to be needed. So like if I were to buy Palantir again, I'm gonna wait until it drops somewhere under $25 because it will drop under $25 again. So far, it's broken under $25. Let's see. Quite a bit of times. It's rarely dropped under $20 once. Rarely. But right now, it's definitely stayed above between $20 to $25. The highest it's been is 35, but it's definitely gonna. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, Palantir is going to be a strong player because, and of course, most of their contracts are government contracts on top of that. For those who don't know, so but Palantir, it doesn't pay a dividend, but it is a strong company. You know, one of those hidden little gems. Well, I always try to, if it was me doing certain things, I just try to let people know what I did. So, because one thing I don't do, I don't lead people down the wrong area when it comes to stocks and money, because I don't want somebody telling me something and I'm going to lose my money doing it. Another stock I was telling people about, and I always talk about Apple all the time. The reason why I talk about Apple all the time, because the majority of y'all have an iPhone. The majority of y'all got a damn Apple Watch. The majority of y'all got an Apple iPad. So if you buying all this stuff from Apple, why not buy the stock? You see what I'm saying? It's over $1 trillion. This is a $2 trillion company. Like, now mind you, I don't have nothing Apple. I mean, so don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a very good company. I just don't have like none of the Apple stuff. But as you can see here, Apple is sitting at 143 right now. And I said this months ago. I told people, I think it was right here. At this point in March 2021, this was months ago, I said when Apple was down here in the 119 range, I was trying to tell people, buy Apple before it goes up again. Because they did have the 4-to-1 split last year. They did have the 4-to-1 split last year. Just like them and Tesla did. Also, Next Era Energy, they had a 4-to-1 split. But Apple is a good company because people always ask me, if they were getting stock for their kids, what would they, what kind of stock would, and I tell them Apple right off the bat. Because most kids will recognize Apple. They recognize the stock. See what I'm saying? And right now, at one point, the stock was sitting at 154. Now, I will tell you, once interest rates go up, you might see Apple dip a little bit. If you can get Apple in the 130s, you'd be lucky. But if you can get it here on the dip, take yourself a little nibble. You know what I mean? Get a few shares here and there. But right now, Apple is off its highs right now. It was sitting at 154, but I'm telling you, it will get back up there again. See what I'm saying? Apple is just going to continue to keep going up. And it's the same thing. And yes, I'm going to use the heavy hitters. I'm just going to show you guys the heavy hitters. Because we are in such a technology age. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these companies that I'm showing you will be around a long time. Everybody knows about Microsoft. Yes, they are terribly expensive. And this is the funny part. When Microsoft was here, right down here, not there, where was it? Where was it last year? Before it even came back. No, not there, not there. Not there, not there. It's May. Was it here? Was it here? I think it was somewhere down here. No. It was right here, right here. It was right around here, this time frame, October, when Microsoft was like 206, somewhere around there. And I was trying to tell people, if you got that money, I mean, you can do fractional shares too. If y'all don't know about fractional shares, you can invest a dollar amount and you still be invested in the company. You don't need to buy a whole share. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to buy a whole share. You can do fractional shares. But Microsoft, I was trying to get people to understand, if you got into Microsoft at 200 and change or even lower, now look at Microsoft now, and it's only going to keep going up. If you guys, when you guys look at the chart, look how steadily it goes up. It doesn't shoot all the way up. No, it gradually, and that's what you want to see with a company. You want to see it gradually, you know what I mean, go up. You see what I'm saying? So, anti-iPhone. I mean, yeah, I mean, I have a Samsung Note. I love one thing I love about my Note is literally a mini computer in my hand. Thank goodness too, because a lot of the videos you guys see me posting, I post it from the phone. I actually sometimes my laptop wants to act funny. It doesn't do certain things. So you know what I do? I take the videos off my laptop and I put it right on my Note, and I literally edit the video right on my Note, and then that's how I put it out. A lot of the times, that's how you guys are seeing it, right off the phone. And it's incredible. I'm like, man. So for me, it's worth having the best phone for me when it comes to the Note. I've always had a Note, always loved the Note. You know, no shots to iPhone or nothing like that, but I've always been a Note guy. So, but yeah, Apple stock is good for the kids because that stock is gonna always continue to grow. That's a fact. Apple, Microsoft. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't need to have Apple or Microsoft in your portfolio in order to grow. But I'm gonna show you two stocks that I picked up. That one of them is a giant that fell off a cliff not too long ago, and it's getting beat up. But I think it's still a good company. Intel. A lot of you know about Intel. Nvidia is eating Intel's lunch right now when it comes to performance and chips and all that. But if you want a discounted company to look into, Intel is one of them. They just got a new CEO. They're trying to make things happen. Intel is also building factories in Arizona. So Intel already is the United States' largest chip producer, and they're already building another facility in Arizona. So eventually, if y'all see Intel's chart is all over the place. Like, there is no steady with this company at all. Let's look at the 5 years of Intel. Like, it's been all over the place. Like, literally everywhere. This company's just had a whole bunch of up, down, around, yada yada. It's a mess. The whole company's a mess right now. But they can turn it around though. They can turn it around. And the reason why I have them, you know, not only because of their dividend, you see what I'm saying? But they're not bad. They just need a better direction. You see what I'm saying? And this stock right now, look where the stock is at. You know what I mean? Pretty reasonable compared to the other two I showed y'all. And here's another one. Now, I own Intel. I don't own Apple and I don't own Microsoft. I used to own Apple. I had 10 shares of Apple and I got rid of it for something else. Which I should have kept Apple, but you know. But I do own Intel and I own Cisco as well. Cisco Systems is also another good company. So let's look at the chart for Cisco. And this another one that's been everywhere. But look, at one point Cisco was down here at and this is when I bought Cisco. I had bought them down, not down there, not that far. It was something else. I had bought them at $50 a share, like somewhere up here is when I bought Cisco. I wish I would have grabbed them when they were down here last year. I had a chance to grab them down here last year, and I regretted not grabbing them, because if you look at it already, they've already surpassed from their highs from 2019. Look at that. This company has room to grow, and especially now, technology is the name of the game right now, and technology is advancing. Our whole way of life is surrounded by technology. So businesses, schools, whatever you do, you know, there's some type of integration with technology. So these companies that have a solid footing in technology and business and whatever systems or whatever they can provide, you know, is a good solid, not only do they do dividends, you see what I'm saying, but they're good solid companies, you know. So, but yeah, when I looked at Cisco, I'm like, yeah, if they right now they're decent, but if they drop any more, I would love to pick them up for under $55 a share. You know what I mean? I would definitely love to pick up more Cisco under $55 a share. So yes, Sam C. And if, to be honest with you, they can still do both. Because once that plant in Arizona gets built, it's ball game right there. Because now they're going to have, you know, the thing is that they want to be able to produce chips within the United States, so they don't have to depend on Taiwan Semi. You see what I'm saying? Because most of the world's chips come from Taiwan Semi. You see what I'm saying? But what the United States is trying to do, what Intel is trying to do, is they're trying to provide as much chips as possible from the US and not depend on, you know, because the situation that's happened in the world is the reason why now they're like, oh crap, we need to have a basis of chips. Hold on, let me adjust my camera. It just looks like I'm looking sideways for some reason. All right, there we go. I look kind of crooked there, like I was leaning like this. Anyways, but they're trying to produce more chips in the US, you know, and with that happening, and also the federal government, I believe, is also putting in grants or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, last time I read, this was a while back though. So, and plus that's also gonna mean jobs for wherever they're building it in Arizona. Now, mind you, check this, right? Look how interesting this is. Arizona is hot 80% of the time, right? Arizona is hot 80% of the time. So they could literally use solar energy to help in certain ways in that plant. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to freaking replace all the energy needed to build a building like that. But what I'm just saying is they can have solar panels up to help reduce their environmental footprint. You see what I'm saying? So Arizona is definitely a good place if you're looking to soak up solar energy, to use solar panels in you know, in helping your energy cost. See what I'm saying? So and that's the way how I'm looking at it from that viewpoint when building in Arizona. So, but you know, it's gonna have a lot of jobs too to go with it. So, but yeah, Cisco is good, in my opinion. Intel is a nice little pickup, for what it is. So, but like I said, everybody has, you know, their own niche and what they want. I think Disney is also a good pickup as well. Because Disney has yet to like full blast open. So, and also as well, if y'all don't know what's going on in China right now, it is all over the news about this whole right here, the Evergrande crisis, the company that supposedly might be going under. I guess they got till Thursday to figure out if they're going under or not. And companies that have ties to this Chinese company might be losing some money if they're not careful. So, you know, but me personally, and that's another thing too, like when it comes to stocks, I tend to stay in the United States when it comes to stocks. For the exception of VOD, the communications company. If y'all have never heard of Vodafone, VODA, what is it, FONE, Vodafone? But I have them, and they're known to be all over the world. Not everybody has that. Not everybody can have Verizon or AT&T or something like that. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah, Sam. Exactly. It's only going to help Intel's cause by lowering, because the biggest thing right now with a lot of companies with the public push is they want these companies to have a less environmental footprint by, you know, trying to reduce whatever they can. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and this is what people need to understand when it comes to electric cars. And I'm going to say it like this. You need fossil fuels to build these electric cars. Sorry to tell you. There is no way Mother Nature can produce enough energy to keep these plants going in order to build these cars or to build these parts or to build the batteries. So all these people thinking that, well, if I get an electric car, it's going to be environmental friendly. The process to get the electric car is going to be very dependent on fossil fuel. The electricity is going to be a lot of it. Oil, or the minerals to get the batteries, to make the batteries. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when people think, I mean, if you get an electric car would be nice to have and whatever, but let's be real. The process of building the electric car, the things that go in the electric car, in order for those things to be built, it's not the energy that it's being used to build these items is not all coming from Mother Nature. Sorry. You see what I'm saying? So, but yes, it is good if, you know, you have electric cars on the road where it can help, but you're not going to have a whole bunch of electric cars on the road, because first of all, you got to have a place to charge these electric cars, and where are these charging stations being hooked up to? I'll wait. You can have some solar, but all these charging stations got to be hooked up to some kind of grid somewhere. Just saying. So if people really think these electric cars are gonna lessen the footprint, it really isn't. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Because I will say this again. You still need to have charging stations all over the place, all over the United States, in order to even be viable. You got some places that don't even have internet yet, for crying out loud. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, even though you can charge a charging station at your house, you can charge it at your house, yes. But if you plan on going on long trips and this and that, you gotta have a lot of charging stations along the way. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, that's just my 2 cents. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just being dead honest, Smiley. I'm being dead honest. Like, people don't understand there is a process. You know what I mean? Extension cord. It'd be a long. What you gonna have an extension cord if you going from state to state? That'd be a hell of an extension cord. Well, yeah. I mean, from the house to the car, yeah. I mean, people are already doing it from they have extension cords running out from their apartment complexes to their cars, charging it and stuff. And that stuff is happening. Yeah, reusable energy. Yeah, Sam. I think reusable energy is good to help, but it's not going to overtake. You know what I mean? I don't think reusable energy could be not even because I did my master's thesis on renewable energy in my environmental class and which segment of the United States it's better for certain renewable energy. And of course, certain places is good for thermal, certain places is good for wind, certain places is good for hydroelectric, and certain places is good for solar. You do not have one place where you're going to have every renewable energy around. You see what I'm saying? So depending on where you at in the United States, you're going to be able to have, you know, certain renewable energy. So, and that definitely plays into the fact with some of these charging stations. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I don't think it will ever replace either. It's nah. There's I mean, you're almost, I'd hate to say it, but nuclear energy with a nuclear power plant can power way more in longer period of time, but also it comes with risks. You know, where would you put that nuclear power plant at? You know, so as I know that was a thing back then is with I know certain places, I mean nuclear power is pretty, you know, but it doesn't come without risks like anything else. See what I'm saying? But these, you know, when people talk about renewable energy this and renewable energy that, yes, I am not against renewable energy, don't get me wrong. Just understand it is not going to replace fossil fuels. It's not going to replace, you know, the amount of energy consumption in the United States. Mother Nature ain't no way gonna be able to hold up to that. Ain't no way. See what I'm saying? Just ain't no way. So yes, being able to have sunlight all the time and being able to have solar panels, yes, does help. You know, if everybody had solar panels, could it help in the long run? Yeah, sure, it could help. You know, that's like saying, well, if everybody has solar panels and if everybody had a wind turbine in their yard, you know, could that actually help you get off the grid? Could. You know, you could feed every day if everybody had a wind turbine, and you know what I mean. But to be honest, obviously, you know, if you're in a city, you ain't gonna have no wind turbine in your damn backyard. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's more for like if you're out in the country, more than likely. You know, if you're out in the country, you have your solar panels, you can have your wind turbine, you build one and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, just in general, you know, be realistic. Like these electric vehicles being built still take energy consumption and all that to build them. And even after they built and you drive them, you're still gonna need energy consumption to charge them. And yes, you could probably have solar panels on these cars to help. You know, it is what it is. You know, or if the roof is built out of certain material where it can absorb, you know, solar and charge the batteries, you know, throughout the day, something like that, you know, hey. So You know what I mean? But it is what it is. All right, so we all know the crisis going on in the Far East right now. With with that company. Me personally, I don't invest overseas for the exception of that one, like I said earlier, that one communication company. Do I think investing overseas is bad? No, you can have some good investments, but as me starting out, if I was like, you have a lot of these investors that have been investing overseas or in foreign accounts, and they've been doing it for 10, 15 years. Like I said, I would tell somebody who's freshly starting out, I'd stick to home plate for a good little while first before you try to venture out. So I know a lot of people, you have some people out there that try to hit a home run when it comes to investments, and it don't work like that. You have to gradually grow, as years go along. And it doesn't hurt, what I mean, talk to people, get their point of view, because it's never a bad thing to hear somebody's point of view about a company. I always say do the research yourself, try to learn what's going on, because to be fair and to be honest, these millionaires and billionaires know things way before we do. So they have a chance to invest in certain things that, they've known about 2 or 3 years ago, where now people are just now knowing about. See what I'm saying? Because like I said, once you get up to that level, there's certain information or certain people you meet that you will be able to, know certain things way before the public. See what I'm saying? So, but that's a whole different level there. But like I said, when it comes to stocks, man, I stick to the basics. A lot of these times when I have these financial corners, is specifically for a lot of you that come in that want to talk about stocks, or if you have an idea, or you want to hear about what's going on. Because me personally, I am not a financial advisor. I don't sit 8-9 hours a day looking up stocks, getting into the financials. No, I only do that on my own personal stocks. Now I will listen to other people and them talking about stocks and their opinions about it, and and then I will do the research myself. Like, here's another one that I've been hearing about quite a bit. Here's a recovery stock. I wanted to put this up. I didn't get to do it the other day, but here's a recovery stock, a hotel. I talked about one of the other stocks, Marriott. Now, Wynn Resorts is a recovery play. It doesn't give a dividend, and it's still going down. So I don't know if some of y'all are looking to take that risk, but y'all know hotels and all that are going to go back up. Let's check before 2020 what the stocks were like before 2020. Now, of course, y'all know what happened earlier in the year in 2020. But before that, the stock was sitting at $151 a share. It was doing pretty decent. 2018, pretty high, and then it came all the way back down. Ooh, man, if you bought it up here, oh, ouch. Ouch, if you bought that up there in 2018, look, it fall. Oof, I wonder what happened here, why it fell so bad. But either way, if you would have picked it up, like, it dropped all the way down to $51 a share. So if you're able to pick this up, and it actually got back up again, these past few months at 120 something before it dropped off again. So Wynn Resorts could be a recovery play for those, if you're looking for a stock to, maybe hold on to, buy at the low end, sell on the high end. Now I'm talking to the traders. For those who are looking to trade, this might be a good one to buy at a low end and sell at a high. Or if you want to keep it long term, that's up to you. But there is no dividends on this. So, but you have a lot of these companies that are that we have a downturn on. So, oh, Hawaii, man, look, I'm from Jamaica, right? So I know about when you have an island full of people and not enough room to put them. And in Hawaii, when well, your average house cost is what, 500,000 and up. I've seen some $1 million homes in Hawaii, and it's like $1 million in Hawaii will get you a house that I have here, and I don't even like. It's crazy when you're when you're on an island with a whole bunch of people. Man, those costs are seriously high. It is seriously high, and the matter of the fact is, ain't nothing you can do about it either. Because if you want to live there, you're gonna have to pay that money to be there. So yeah, no, it's crazy. And you know what? And this is a good segment. Now that you done said something, right? And see, this is why it's important as parents. I'm gonna say something to y'all real quick. If you have kids and you're looking to have a better future for your kids, hopefully y'all have a trust fund or thinking about having a trust fund started where, if you have a trust fund, debtors, debt collectors can't get to it if you have it set up right. If you have a home and you're trying to give that home to your kids, make sure you pay it off or it has little to no debt left on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's if you're planning to pass your kids your home. And to me personally, if you are able to do that, that's a good setup, a nice little start for, well, your kids, might not, but your grandkids might be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you're able to provide a home for your kids and your grandkids when you're gone, when you've passed on, you know what I mean? It's definitely a good investment and a very good head start. See what I'm saying? So we all know when you get to a certain age, man, it's just after a while, it's about just living and chilling. See what I'm saying? So you don't know what the cost of living might be for your grandkids or your next generation down the road. So if you can do something about it now and set them up for something later on down the road, hey, at least they don't have to worry about nothing for a while. You see what I'm saying? So, but man, these allergies are. But yeah, cost of living, no telling what it's gonna be looking like here in the long run. Because as you can see right now, right, interest rates are low. You know what I mean? But eventually they're gonna go back up. And when interest rates go up, that's when the banks and all that you're gonna start seeing the banks cleaning up. You know what I mean? So, and that's another thing right now with certain stocks. I'm preparing. I don't have a lot of financials other than I don't have a bank right now. I've sold out of JP Morgan and I sold out of Citibank. And I took the money that I made from there to buy other things. I should have just kept those two too. So I think my earliest regrets so far, I mean, only had 10 shares of Apple, only had 10 shares of JP Morgan, which when JP Morgan was like $90 a share. I had 10 shares of Apple when it was like 100 and change. And Citigroup I bought when it was 40 something dollars and change, and I had 10, 15 shares of that. So property rentals, yeah, that's another thing too. If you're able to get a few rentals, well, right now, if you're buying a house, you're paying an arm and a leg. You're paying easily, $20 to possibly $40,000 over because people are paying with cash. There's a lot of that too. You got a lot of people paying with cash. You got a lot of places. You have a lot of institutions as well buying up single family homes so they can just turn them out and rent them. See what I'm saying? So, the housing market isn't really going to cool off anytime soon where people might think. See what I'm saying? So Yeah. Yep. Y'all see that in the chat? No, I'm gonna read it to y'all if y'all don't see what Sam said. He said another little known thing right now in the US due to COVID Relief Act, you can access your retirement plan without any penalty. Yes, I do remember that. So, you know, um moratorium is up. There's still states fighting the moratorium. Um a lot of things are going to happen between uh coming in 2023. 2023, I say by 2025 things, I've already said this numerous times. By 2025 things are going to line out a little better. But 2023, a lot of things are going to happen in 2023 because that's when the feds somewhere around there are going to raise interest rates. I don't think they're going to do it earlier than 2023. But the feds have a meeting, I think Thursday or Friday, and we'll know if they're going to do a taper or not. They're going to scale back buying the bond debt. And what that means is the once they start tapering, that's when the clock starts for the interest rates starting to raise after they do their tapering and all that, which once they start, it takes what, like 12-18 months before they start doing interest rates. Yes, and I do have something like that, Sam, when it comes to my military retirement, I can do that. So I should say my my government retirement, not military. So 2025. Yeah, I think by 2025 things will be smooth. Um, so that's just my opinion. I think by then things will be smooth. I don't think things will be like full on. But I think the key thing is how, when it comes to the pandemic worldwide, because we all know that not everybody can get the vaccine. You see what I'm saying? So, and I hate using that word because that might get me shadow banned on YouTube. My video might not go out on YouTube, but yeah. And another company, you talk about that. This is another company that I keep buying more of. Is this right here? Pfizer, right here. I keep buying more into Pfizer because over the long term, Pfizer is definitely going to huh. let's look at the max chart for Pfizer. Ooh, Pfizer's been around a long time. All right, let's go 2 years. Sheesh. But yeah, I bought some Pfizer right here. I would like for Pfizer to dip some more. Like if I can get Pfizer dipping down here at the $38 mark, that'd be great. You know, I would definitely load up on Pfizer for the long haul. I think Moderna done shot up so high. Yeah, Moderna's off to the races, son. Shoo. And if we look at Moderna earlier this year, the end of last year, look at end of last year. Moderna was sitting at 100. Could you imagine buying Moderna right here at $104? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is December of 2020. We are now in September, right? And look how much Moderna has shot up over that span of time. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is why I want to be invested in Pfizer. Merck is another one that's also another good biotech company. I mean, Moderna is poof. Merck is another one. But yeah, America's had its troubles. But yeah, I chose to have Pfizer. I didn't get into Moderna when I had the chance, but I didn't really know either when it came to the firm. I was by the time I looked up into Moderna, it was kind of late. But yeah. But as of right now, for the long haul, with everything going on, Pfizer it is for me. Uh, actually, Smiley, they are not giving out no shots for free. There, okay. The government made a deal, right? This is what it is. The government made a deal with so many vials in the beginning, but best believe after that initial push, Pfizer is gonna be charging some money for that, and that's all of them. They all have a certain flat line in the beginning where they were giving it out, but trust me, they're getting paid by the government or whatever in some type of back end deal where, you know what I mean? Right, there you go. Yes. Yep. There you go, Sam. Yeah. Uncle Sam done foot the bill for that one. But trust me, them boys are getting paid. So, and now they're talking about maybe having boosters. So you know, yeah. The trust and that's another thing. The world itself is still not every country can have access. Eventually, it's gonna happen. So the vials will have to get there somehow. They have to buy from somebody. You got AstraZeneca, you got Moderna, you got Johnson and Johnson, you got Pfizer. Trust me, these companies are going to be making money for a long time. Best believe that. Best believe that. So I decided to get into Pfizer. I did have Johnson and Johnson. I think I only had like one share of Johnson and Johnson, but now I've done got concentrated. My portfolio is very concentrated in certain items. I do have risks going. There are there are probably about 3 companies, maybe 4. Might be a little risky, but I took the chance anyway. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is Coinbase. I do have one share of Coinbase right now that I bought. I bought it when it was $381 a share. Now Coinbase is sitting at $237 a share. So, but eventually, in the long run, I think I'll give Coinbase, 5 to 10 years, see what happens there. I do invest in crypto, but it's only until it gets to a point. My main, if I can make some money in crypto exchange and investing in crypto, that's fine. But my main thing is getting my dividend portfolio concrete. So I will say November. Yes, sometime in November I'm going to open up my whole portfolio on stream. Guys will see, and also on the social media. I'm gonna hide the totals, but you guys are gonna. I mean, I've had it opened up before. I've had my portfolio opened up before, but I'm gonna show it again this November to show you guys the changes and everything I've made. And then on socials, I'm gonna show you guys like my gains, how much I've gained. Now, some of those stocks I haven't had for a year. Some of them are probably maybe 6, 7 months. A few of them are already a year. So I see all the greatness. I don't know about greatness. I mean, I always tell people like I've known about stocks ever since I was 19. Check that, 17. When I was in high school, I knew about stocks. We were able to practice certain things in business class way back when. You don't even have business classes now in high school. But back then, I think it was a business class we had, and that's when you had to like break out the newspaper when you saw stocks. I don't know if some of y'all remember. Some of y'all might not be. Some of y'all might remember when you had to actually go to the paper and you had to actually look at stocks in the business section. Like it wasn't like what it is today. But what was it? 1998, 1997, 98? Yeah, somewhere around there. But you had to get the paper and you had to look through stocks through the business section, and you're like looking through stocks and able to practice doing this, doing that. And like I said, just now, I won't say just now, but last year, last October, I decided to get back into stocks. That long gap of time, all I've been doing has been saving money. So whatever money that I had saved, I literally just put into the stock market. Not all of it, but a decent chunk of it. Yeah, 1998. Yeah, it was. It's that long. It's that long. So I did get back into stocks. Was it October 2020 or September 2020? But it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, hold on. So it's not like I didn't know what I was doing. It's like back then you had to have a broker too. It's not like what it is now where you can you're your own broker, and back then you had to have a broker as well. I mean, free commission is recent. Free commission ain't that old. Like even before, if you had to have a broker, you were having to pay commission to buy and sell. So if you didn't make enough profit on selling your stock, like it was like $5 to $6 a commission to buy and trade. Now it's all commission free thanks to Robinhood. So if anything, y'all want to thank Robinhood for giving y'all commission free, for making all those trading platforms go commission free. It's because of them. Because before that, you had to pay every time you made a trade or a sale. I mean, anytime you buy or sold, you had to pay commission. And before that, before everything became at your fingertips, you had to have a broker to do it. See what I'm saying? So like you couldn't just buy, like if you bought something, you had to be absolutely sure that's what you wanted to buy and you stuck with it. Yeah. This is I mean, I don't have that platform, Sam, but yeah, I have heard. But I have TD Ameritrade, so but it's literally because of them everybody else went commission free. And literally because of them. So but that's it for your boy, man. I appreciate everybody being here. I don't like going too long because I know for some people stocks are dry. Shouts out to Smiley and Sam. Shouts out to both of y'all, man. House of Villains coming through, showing love, man, as always. So Weeble is a good one. But right now I only have one account, and that's TD Ameritrade. I do have Acorns. If y'all don't know, y'all should look into using Acorns. Acorns is pretty good. And right now that is my second one. It's like my little retirement fund. But Acorns is definitely something to look at. If you already have those other accounts, Acorns is very, very something to look at. Yes, Acorns is an app where it invests your money and then also invests your change. Like it does a roundup. Where like let's say if you spend, it rounds up to the nearest dollar. So if you spend like 2.75, it'll round it up to $3. Depending on how you have it set, it'll round it up to $3 and it will invest that quarter. So if you think about it, if you round up your money and you put in money every couple weeks or every month, however you decide to do it, all that money is getting vested. And it just sits there and it shows you a chart. If you invest this much, it will show you a chart by this age how much money you will have to retire on. Yep, Acorns. Yeah, because Sam's got it. Sam, do you use it? Because I have it on. I mean, I use it. So, yeah, Acorns. I will say Acorns is a must, but to each their own. And with Acorns, you can invest in your kids. For a lot of y'all that don't know, right? If you have kids, your family members can invest into the same Acorn account. To if you have a kids account, if you sign up with their like I forgot what it was, but there is a specific area for your kids where you can sign up your kids and they can have their own account. Family members can literally invest into that account as well without any issues. So it's definitely something to look into. And no, I am not getting paid by Acorns or nothing like that. A lot of this stuff I'm telling y'all, it's what I use, and everybody's different, but you want to build your family's wealth, you want to leave a legacy, and you hopefully every generation after you, keeps it going so that your family's name can have something for each generation. You see what I'm saying? And that's a thing that I think a lot of us as parents, we want to be better than what our parents used to be, and try to provide for the long haul, even long when we're gone. You know what I mean? No problem, Miss Smiley, man. This is what we try to do. Is like, if y'all don't know something, hopefully the information helps you guys in whatever you decide to invest in. If you need to look up something, I always say do your research, because it's your money. See what I'm saying? And your money and your time is important. You know what I mean? You got bills to pay, you got this to do, you got that to do. So, I am not going to tell you something that I wouldn't do myself, or if I'm not invested in certain areas. You see what I mean? Like, right now for me, I'm low risk. I don't do options. I don't do none of that. As of right now, I don't do a lot of trading, like buy this and trade. No, I might do a very, very small bit of trading if I know a little something. And that's like very, very small. Because as of right now, I'm just trying to keep my risk low because I want to build my portfolio up a lot more before I get on that type of level. And usually that'll take about 5 to 10 years. So I can promise you at about the 10-year level, I'll probably take more risk, even though they say the older you get, the less risk you should take. But depending on the portfolio financially, I might take a little bit more risk here and there depending on what I'm looking to do. So, but yeah, Acorns is definite. You link your bank account or debit card, and you just let it roll. You set your settings on Acorns. You set it, forget it. You set your reoccurring amount to come out every month, and then you just watch. If you look at the chart, you just watch it grow up. Yes, exactly. That's another thing. Is once your kid gets to a certain point, want to make sure that they have like a credit card or something in their name or something to build their credit, because a lot of times when kids start off, between the ages of like 18 and maybe 23, 24, they might not have good credit, or they're still building up their credit to get to that 700-800 level, like it ain't, I mean, you're setting up your kids right by time they hit 18 and they have a credit score of 700 or more. Or they're, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing that is very important, like setting up your kid for financial success and sitting down with them and talk. Now, of course, we're all 18, we're all young. Sometimes you talk them in this ear and it goes out that ear. See what I'm saying? All you can do is prep and prepare them for, you know, the future. That's all you can do. You know? Yep, and that's all you can do, Sam. No lie, bro. That is all you can do. Because at the end of it, all you can say is I prepped y'all for this. So whatever y'all do after that, that's 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 it. I mean that's it. You know? So but I appreciate everybody, y'all. Like I said, I'm glad you're able to find some of this information useful there, Smiley. Appreciate you, Sam, coming through. Appreciate you, Smiley, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I mean? Shouts out to y'all. The House of Villains showing love as always, man. But y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Certified Gaming in the building. It's your boy D Fat Stacks. This is it for today's Financial Corner. If y'all want to hit me up, y'all hit me up on all the socials. Y'all know what it is, man. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, you know what I mean? TikTok, IG. See what I'm saying? Man, I'm all over the place. So if y'all have any questions and whatnot, y'all let me know. Y'all always see me putting out videos here and there as well. If y'all got questions, ask. This is all about building, you know, wealth. You know what I mean? This ain't no get rich quick. It ain't. You know what I mean? But sometimes a little knowledge here and there can help somebody that they don't know about something. See what I mean? So Sam, man, appreciate the gifted sub, man. Appreciate the gifted subs, fam. Once again, shouts out to the House of Villains, man. Sam showing love, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Appreciate the biddies. Appreciate the biddies there, Smiley. Appreciate it. Like I said, anytime, if you guys check out the socials, you guys will see little video clips and stuff about certain companies that I talk about, certain stocks that I talk about. Now, not every day I'm gonna sit here and put out stocks to you guys about what stocks to buy, and I don't have enough time to sit there and tell y'all to look up stocks and be like, ooh, I think I found this. A lot of times I'm either watching YouTube and I try to listen out for certain things. So if I hear certain things, I will let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, that's it. Oh, I got a little bonus for y'all too. Here is something you guys might want to look at. CLF. Cleveland Cliffs. Here is one stock you guys might want to look at. Cleveland Cliffs. For the long haul. And another one, believe it or not, is CVS. I have Walmart. Not Walmart. I have Walgreens. So I'm in Walgreens. But CVS is a good stock to pick up long term. So, but there goes two stocks for y'all. I do not have these two stocks. I do not have Cleveland Cliffs or CVS, but they might be a couple stocks you guys might want to look at. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to end with that before you know what I mean? So yep, CVS, cuz Walgreens is low too. If y'all don't know, here, let me show you cuz I'm in Walgreens right now. Oops, sorry. That's Western Alliance Bank. Whoops. Sorry, WBA, Walgreens Boot Alliance. There you go. I got Walgreens. Let me show y'all a little bit. Let me expand this. I believe I got Walgreens when it was $40 a share. Like I got Walgreens about right up here somewhere when it was, yeah, somewhere around here is when I got Walgreens. When it was like 40 something dollars a share. But Walgreens, to me personally, Walgreens is old school. It's a solid stock. Not a lot of growth. Not a lot of growth, as you can see over the years how Walgreens have dropped pretty heavy. But with everything that's going on right now, it could be a nice little value pickup. Definitely a nice little decent dividend. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a little something to show y'all. So, the lower the better. Sometimes lower might not be a good thing, but depending on the company, because Walgreens is in the Dow Jones Industrial. So Walgreens been around a long time, but CVS is also a nice little pickup as well. So, but y'all be safe. Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all go check out Erie. I think Erie's playing. It's her birthday today. Actually, let me turn this. Let me go. Let's turn on this Twitch and let's raid Erie real quick before we. It is her birthday. Make sure y'all show Erie some love. Tell her happy birthday. She's been working hard. She's been getting herself together. You know what I mean? She's just trying to do things. She's going to school as well. So she's trying to get her weight up, man. She's trying to make a better life for herself. Get that knowledge right and stuff. And nowadays, as individuals, we have to do a lot. We gotta balance a lot. You see what I'm saying? So it's always good to see. Yo, what's good, sir? Shouts out to the brother Cert, man. The leader of Certified Gaming. But yeah, man, we gonna raid Erie. Show Erie some love, man. Like I said, it's her birthday. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that is it for your boy. Out. Let's go start this raid. Come on now, don't do me like that. Let's raid this channel. Let's start the raid. This thing almost messed me up. Time to raid the birthday girl. Appreciate everybody here today, man. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. Your boy trying to keep it together.